first hornpipe. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. For fate is kind. She brings to those who are the sweet fulfillment of their secret love.
Thanks.
Say this is old-time stuff?
This is old-time stuff that's original way back, you understand, in our old foreparents' time. Maybe before I was born, but it come up as a child when I used to go to the country churches. All out in the country where I was probably raised from a youth up to around 15 or 16 years old. People sing those old songs and remembrance of the old foreparents that come up before them. You know, it's back in them days. It's not this day and time, because this day and time the stuff is too fast, but it's way back in that days and time. Something like this piece, now you listen to this, I give you a sketch of this. Give me that old-time religion, yeah. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion, yeah. It was good for our mothers, yeah. It was good for my mother. It was good for our mother. It was good for our mother. It was good for our mother. It was good for the Hebrew children. 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 Was good for the Hebrew children. It was good for my own mother. It was good for my own father. It was good to meet our Savior. Amen. So give me that old time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. It will take you home to heaven. It will take you through Death Valley. Amen.
You may search the ocean, you might go across the deep blue sea, but But mama, you'll never find another hot shot like me. I followed my baby from the station to the train, and the blues came down like dark night showers of rain. I left her at the station, wringing her hands and crying. I told her she had a home just as long as I got mine.
That makes me feel so good, baby.
I've got two women, and you can't tell them apart. I got one in my bosom, the other one in my heart.
Now I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
The one in my bosom, she's in Tennessee. And the one in my heart don't even give a darn for me.
I'm gonna find that one in Tennessee.
I used to say, a married woman, what the sweetest woman ever was born. But I've changed that thing, you better let married women alone.
How come?
Take my advice, let these married women be, or their husband will grab you and beat you ragged in a cedar tree.
Oh, he'll run like the devil if you do.
When a woman says she love you, about good as she do herself, I don't pay her no attention till that same lie to somebody else.
I won't, baby. Take me until you can do better.
I really don't believe no woman in the whole round world do right. Act like an angel in the daytime, miss but teach at night.
Baby, try and believe in me. I'll treat you right.
I'm going, pretty mama, please don't break this rule. That's why I'm searching these deserts for the blues.
Don't go.
I'm going, pretty mama, searching these deserts now. That's why I'm walking my baby home anyhow.
You make me feel like crying when you talk like that.
Sure enough, that's too bad, baby. Lord, oh Lord, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Oh Lordy, Lord, 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 Lord. When a woman says she love you, about good as she do herself, I don't pay her no attention till that same lie to somebody else.
I haven't got anyone else to tell it to, baby.
I'm goodbye, Mama. I'm going to leave you.
Stay with me, Daddy.
Lord, 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 Lord.
These spirituals have been sung and played by blind Willie mctell, 42 years old, and blind from babyhood, at Atlanta, Georgia, on November the 5th, 1940, for the Folk Song Archive of the Library of Congress in Washington. I wonder if you know any songs about colored people having hard times here in the South.
Well, that old song that have a reference to our old people here. There hasn't very much stuff of the people nowadays because
Any complaining songs, complaining about the hard times and sometimes mistreatment of the whites. Have you got any songs that talk about that?
not we have. Not at the present time because the white people are mighty good to the southern people, as far as I know.
And you don't know any complaining songs at all?
Well,
Ain't it hard to be a nigger, nigger? Do you know that one?
no, that's not in our time. And now it's for spiritual down here. It's a mean world to live in. But that still don't have reference to the hard time.
It's just because of why is it a mean world to live in?
Well, no, it's not altogether. It has reference to everybody.
It's as mean for the whites as it is for the blacks. Is that it?
That's the idea.
You keep moving around like you're uncomfortable. What's the matter, Willie?
Well, I was in an automobile accident last night. It was a little shook up. No one got hurt, but it was all jostled up mighty bad. Shake up. Still sore from it, but no one got hurt.
I started writing the song in 29. But I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it until 1932. Mr. Williams, his name was Jesse Williams. See, he got shot here on Colon Street. And after getting shot, I taken him home. He was sick about 3 weeks after I taken him home, sick from the shot. And so he gave me this request. And then he wanted me to play this over his grave. That I did. See, I had to steal music from every which way to get it to fit. But I messed it up anyway, somehow or other, just to suit him. I finally played what he wanted, but he got everything he wanted but the women from Atlanta. He didn't get the women from Atlanta because it was too far for him to come. He's buried in New York. I take him there in the ambulance. Cost me $282, I think, and 85 cents, I think. The man charged me to take him home, but he was able. His father gave him anything he wanted. Give him everything he wanted but the women in Atlanta. He didn't have the 16 women, the 22 women at the Hamilton Hotel. He didn't have that. He didn't have the 29 out of North Atlanta. And he didn't have the 26 off South Bell, that which we call Hill Street. That's where he hung out at, doing his women loving time, After getting shot, I carried him home. I sit by his bedside every day, and he would tell me what he wanted. I would tell his daddy. So after he died, Daddy said, well, everything he wanted, I'm going to get it. So he got everything about it but the women from Atlanta. So I had to play the Dying Crap Shooters Blues. That's what I was supposed to name it. Little Jesse was a gambler, night and day. He used crooked cards and dice. Sinful guy, good-hearted, but had no soul. Heart was hard and cold like ice. Jesse was a wild, reckless gambler, won a gang of change. Although many gamblers hard, he led in vain. Began to spend and lose his money, began to be blue. Sad and all alone, his heart had even turned to stone. What broke Jesse's heart while it was blowing all alone? Sweet Lorene had packed up and gone. Police walked up and shot my friend Jesse down. Boys, I gotta die today. He had a gang of crap shooters and gamblers at his bedside. Here are the words he had to say. Guess I ought to know exactly how I want to go. How you want to go, Jesse? 8 crap shooters to be my pallbearers. Let them be veiled down in black. I want 9 men going to the graveyard, Bubba, and 8 men coming back. I want the gang of gamblers gathered around my coffin side. Crooked card printed on my hearse. Don't say the crap shooters will ever grave over me. A life been a doggone curse. Send poker players to the graveyard. Dig my grave with the ace of spades. I want 12 police in my funeral march. I shall have playing blackjack lead the parade. I want the judges to list who jailed me 14 times. Put a pair of dice in my shoes. Then what? Let a deck of cards be my tombstone. I got the Dying Crap Shooters Blues. 16 real good crap shooters. 16 bootleggers to sing a song. 16 racket men gambling. Couple tens bought while I'm rolling along. He wanted 22 women out of the Hampton Hotel. 26 off of South Bell. 29 women out of North Atlanta, no. Little Jesse didn't pass out so swell. His head was aching, heart was thumping. Little Jesse went to hell, bouncing and jumping. Folks don't be standing around old Jesse crying. He wants everybody to do the Charleston whilst he died. 1 foot up, a toenail dragging. Throw my buddy Jesse in the hoodoo wagon. Come here, mama, with that can of booze. The Dying Crap Shooters leaving the world. The Dying Crap Shooters going down slow. With the Dying Crap Shooters Blues.
I am talking about the days of years ago. Count from 1908 on up to the original years. Back in the years of those days, blues had started to be original in 1914. From then until the wartime, people always had times from blues on up to original blues. Then on up to 1920, the change blues. After then, there was more blues. After then, it comes the jazz blues, something like this. And after then, there's more blues, come the fast pieces. And after then, it come the blues of change, getting in the alley-loo. People call it the alley. Call it in the colored race of blues. Now we take our white race of the southern states. They play a little different from we colored people. Now here's some of their pieces. That's the idea of the white people. Now you come back to the color, they have a different type of playing. Now we have some pieces goes like this. And that's the color. Here's our color again. And still, we have still down in the alley of blues, just like the whites when they play the Yolan song, but we have our blues a little different. Thanks.
Now, where did you grow up, Blind Willie?
I grew up down in South Georgia. Statesboro, Georgia was my real home. I was born at Thompson, Georgia, 134 miles of Atlanta, 37 miles west of Augusta.
Well, how long have you been a musician?
Oh, I've taken music when I was quite a child, but in the period of time, I quit for 8 years. After the 8 years, I went back to playing as I entered into blind school, Macon, Georgia. I continued my playing up until 1927, the 18th day of October, when I made record for the Victor record people. And from then up until 1932, I played for the Victor people alone, by myself. But in the period of time, in 1929, I made records for the Columbia people, changing my name to Blind Samuel. I was the authorizer of this song of Come On Round to My House Mama, the Cigarette Blues, and the Atlanta Strut, and so on. And after then, I worked with the Vocalion people of 1933, taking up an odd job. They're paying you a small sum of money of $50 a week. But they was getting all the records of blues that they can, which we call the alley. And after the period of time, I picked up another job with the Decca Record Company. Wanting the blues, they give you a small sum of money, but yet paid expense. And after the period of time, I returned back to Augusta, Georgia, where they had moved the machine, where they made a gang of blues there in the summer, in June of 1936. And after the period of time, I haven't made any more records, but I have lots to be released. And at the meantime, my different managers that I worked under started under Mr. Ralph S. Pierre, 1619 Broadway of New York. After the period of time, I worked under W.R. Calloway, Mr. A.E. Savage of 1776 Broadway of New York. After the period of time, I worked under Mr. Dave Cap of 666 Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, Illinois.
Well, tell me more about your blindness. Who ran this school down in Macon?
Well, it was run by the state of Georgia. The principal was Professor L.H. Williams in the days and times that I was there.
And how long did you stay in that school?
From 1922 up until 1925. When I returned to New York and went to a little independent blind school out there. From there, I went with a friend of mine to Michigan and studied over there as learning to read the Braille. And in the meantime, I returned back to Georgia on my travel. I followed shows, different shows around, medicine shows, carnivals, and all different types of little funny shows after a period of record making.
Well, what do you know about Blind Willie Johnson?
Blind Willie Johnson was a personal pal of mine.